If you're waiting for motivation, leave. This isn't for people looking for comfort. This is for the person staring at the ceiling at 2 in the morning, knowing they're capable of more but living far below that potential. This is for the man who feels something inside him dying every time he breaks another promise to himself. Listen carefully. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against another man. It's not against your boss. It's not against your circumstances. It's not against the economy. The greatest battle you will ever fight is against the version of yourself that wants the easy path. The version that says, tomorrow, just one more hour, one more excuse. One decision doesn't ruin a life. A pattern does. Nobody wakes up one morning weak. Weakness is built. One skipped workout, one broken promise, one excuse, one wasted day. Repeat that long enough, and you become someone you no longer recognize. That's how potential dies. Not with a loud explosion, but with silent compromise. Every single day, people think discipline is punishment. They're wrong. Discipline is freedom. The man who controls his mind cannot be controlled by the world. Think about that. If your emotions decide when you work, you are a slave. If comfort decides when you move, you are a slave. If fear decides your future, you are a slave. Freedom isn't doing whatever you feel like doing. Freedom is becoming stronger than your feelings. Look around. The world profits from distraction. Every notification, every endless scroll, every shortcut, every excuse. They're fighting for your attention because they know something. Whoever controls your attention controls your future. And most people surrender without even noticing. Hours disappear, days disappear, years disappear. Then one day they ask, what happened to my life? Nothing happened. You traded your future one comfortable decision at a time. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Your life is the sum of your daily standards, not your dreams. Not your intentions, not your motivation, your standards. If your standard is to quit when it gets uncomfortable, you will quit. If your standard is to keep moving no matter what, you become unstoppable. Stop asking for an easier life. Become harder to break. Pain is not your enemy. Comfort is. Pain teaches. Comfort sedates. Pain builds character. Comfort builds regret. Every scar has something to teach. Every failure has a lesson hidden inside it. Every setback is asking one question. Will you stop here? Most people answer yes. Not with words, with their actions. The extraordinary answer differently. They get back up again, again, and again. That is why they become impossible to ignore. Remember this. Nobody is coming to save you. No perfect opportunity. No magical moment. No secret shortcut. The rescue you've been waiting for has always been your responsibility. The mirror doesn't lie. Every excuse you've believed, every promise you've broken, every opportunity you've wasted. It all starts there, but so does your comeback. The day you stop lying to yourself is the day your new life begins. This is not about becoming better than someone else. This is about becoming the man you promised yourself you would become. And that journey starts with one decision. Not tomorrow, not Monday, now. Most people think success is built in the spotlight. They're wrong. Success is built in the dark, when nobody is watching, when nobody is clapping, when nobody cares. That is where character is revealed. Anybody can work when they're motivated. Anybody can smile when life is easy. Anybody can chase greatness when everything is going their way. But what happens when life punches you in the mouth? What happens when you fail? When people doubt you? When your closest friends stop believing in you? When you work for months and nothing changes? That is where champions are separated from spectators. Because discipline is not tested on your best days. It is tested on your worst. The days you wake up exhausted. The days your body begs for rest. The days your mind whispers, "Skip today." Those are the moments that shape your future. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you become someone stronger than yesterday. You are not just building muscle. You are building trust. Trust in yourself. Because every promise you keep to yourself says, "I can rely on me." And every promise you break tells your mind, "My words mean nothing." Think about that. If your own mind cannot trust you, why should anyone else? Stop chasing confidence. Confidence is earned. It grows every time you do what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. The world celebrates results, but results are only the final chapter. Nobody applauds the early mornings. Nobody sees the lonely nights. Nobody notices the sacrifices. They only see the victory. They don't see the thousands of decisions that made it possible. Understand this. Every successful person has had moments where quitting made perfect sense. They were tired. They were doubted. They were broke. They failed again and again. The difference wasn't talent. The difference was they refused to let temporary pain become a permanent identity. Failure is an event. It is not who you are. Read that again. Failure is an event. It is not your identity. The moment you accept failure as your identity, you stop growing. You stop fighting. You stop believing. Never give weakness that power. Your past may explain you, but it does not define you. Every sunrise gives you another chance to become the person you were meant to be. But only if you take it. No one can do your push-ups. No one can study for your exams. No one can build your business. No one can fight your battles. Responsibility is heavy, but regret is heavier. Years from now, you won't remember how difficult today was. You'll remember whether you had the courage to keep going. Ask yourself one question. If the person you want to become met you today, would they be proud or disappointed? That question should keep you awake. Because the future version of you is watching every decision you make today. Every excuse, every habit, every sacrifice, every victory. You are writing your own legacy, one ordinary day at a time. There is no perfect moment. There is only this moment, right here, right now. The man who wins tomorrow is the man who refuses to waste today. So stand up, silence the excuses, accept the pain, respect the process, and remember, greatness is never given. It is earned, one disciplined decision at a time.